Okay, people, this is JD, and right now I am telling you that I am making a very, very serious video, and it's in my opinion. This is purely my opinion. Might be yours also, but I want you to listen to it. It's extremely, extremely serious. We have a president who has a strong possibility not born in the United States. Had a lot of his basic schooling, primary schooling, outside the United States, and his advanced schooling outside the United States. So he is missing something that every American citizen born inside the United States gets. And because of this, he is having some real major problems. Now, whether actually he was born in the United States, it's irrelevant right now. Right now. Okay? In due time, due process. Remember that. Now, what is this video really about? Our government in Washington, D.C. right now is totally broken. Completely broken. Now, my definition of a moron may be different than most others. It's a person that has a high intelligent level. No, it's a high IQ, but is incapable of learning, especially from their own mistakes. They will repeat those mistakes over and over. The first and foremost thing to remember about learning from your mistakes is you have to admit you made a mistake. If you don't admit you made a mistake, how could you learn from your mistake? Well, we have a president who makes no mistakes, do we? It's everybody else's fault but his. He pulls an Obama, as I call it. That's first. The world is looking for someone right now to be a strong leader. Someone who could stand up against what is happening throughout the world and say, no, this is not right, and we, as the world, will not tolerate it. Obama can't do that. He is too busy worrying about boots on the ground to allow himself to clearly see the quagmire he has placed himself in. In 2016, when I get elected as president, I am going to meet with certain people to let them know after January 21st, 2017, this is what I expect to happen immediately. Now, I'm going to make mistakes, believe me, people, I am. But they will be mine, not somebody else's. It won't be from this group or that group or that group. And I am going to follow the whistleblowers' laws as they are to apply to the federal government, which means a whistleblower is exempt from prosecution. If Snowden didn't tell us the things he told us, we, the American people, wouldn't realize what Obama and his clan was doing to each and every one of us. Now, the government might think, oh, he's a bad guy. But the people, you should realize he opened your eyes. And there is a federal law that federal employees are protected against any prosecution from the government for whistleblowing. Yep, I learned that in the Navy. Not that I had anybody who blew a whistle on me, but we would drum that into us. That if we see something wrong, we will not be punished for it. It's against the law to punish, to discipline anybody. And I think it says anybody. Okay, there's a lack of leadership. Turkey troops are sitting outside the city. And everybody's saying, why isn't Turkey going in? Well, finally, the Turks agreed to. But they said they're not going in alone. Now, I'm sorry, people. With Obama and no boots on the ground, as you can see, it's a failure. Utter failure. Right now, if I was Obama, I'd be removing all my troops out of NATO, bring them down to Turkey. I'd be filling Baghdad up with the troops that are elsewhere. Get them out of Korea, get them out of Japan, get them out of everywhere into Baghdad. And then I would show ISIL really what war is all about. We, though, as the United States, since this is in Syria and this is in Iraq, will not be taking any prisoners. The Iraqi soldiers with us will be handed to prisoners from Iraq. The Syrian soldiers will be handed to prisoners from Syria. I would hope that the Syrian soldiers would be along with us. You don't replace the government by threatening it. You replace the government by showing the wrongs of their ways. Bad enough we've created these nightmares that we are seeing. Because I truly believe ISIL would not have stand a chance if Saddam Hussein was still alive. But that's neither here nor there now, is it? But the biggest problem is the world is looking for a leader. I'm surprised Putin hasn't stepped in, because Obama has given him an open, wide door to completely kick butt on the status of the United States of America. Washington, D.C. is broken. Now, I heard Obama say something that is one of the most terrible things I ever heard a politician in this country ever say. One of the most terrible. That we should be a one-party system. Talk about a moronic statement. Think about this for a few minutes. A one-party system. Oh, wait a minute. The Soviet Union was a one-party system. Ask the people in Russia, Poland, Czechoslovakia, and all those other countries, Georgia, about how was life under a one-party system. Is he not? Where is his brain? I tell you, this is my opinion of what I'm seeing. Something I've always said is that a second term of a president shows his true self. And Obama is showing he should never have been elected. Period. He is creating such turmoil throughout the world. I hope the Nobel Prize organization realizes what they have done by awarding him the Peace Prize. He has done more to disrupt peace throughout the world than any other man other than Hitler, Stalin, Napoleon. So, what am I trying to say here? When I get elected in 2016, we are going to start fixing this country. Back up to what it was. When I'm sworn in, January 21st, 2017, we will be in charge. Congress will start doing their duties. Congress will be responsible to you, the people. You'll never hear statements like, we'll give it to them whether they want it or not, because that won't be tolerated. And I will do everything I can to correct all the errors that Obama has thrusted upon our nation and the world. But first and foremost, the people of our nation. Like I said, in my opinion, Washington, D.C. is totally broken. They're not functioning as a government of the status that was that prior to Obama taking office. The executive branch is completely broken, and there's nowhere to turn. The legislative branch, arguing among itself, accomplishing absolutely nothing. Obama thinking he can do whatever he wants when Congress is there for a purpose. And he needs to meet with Congress as a whole, not as Democrat or Republican. Oh, that's going away. We're not going to be a one-party system. We're not going to be a two-party system. A two-party system is bad enough. A one-party system is extremely terrible. We're going to be a no-party system. Each representative will represent their people or their state, depending on the position that they hold. Senate is the states, the House is the people. None will represent a political party. How they got there, I don't really care. I don't care if they were a Democrat or Republican, Libertarian, Independent, or what. All I care is about who they represent. The people. Let a man or woman come in my office and have the audacity to introduce themselves by a political party, and I will have the courage, the will, and the stamina to throw their butt completely out of the office. And hope when they land out there, they land on it. Yeah, posterior. I will do it. That you will see. I don't care. Bottom line, people, we can fix this country. Bottom line, people, together we will fix this country. Bottom line, people, you all got to realize how important it is that you vote in 2016. Each and every one of you. Not just the ones who vote all the time. Not just the independents. But you people who don't vote. You got to realize how important your vote will be in 2016, because you are the ones that's going to make the decision. And you are the ones who are going to decide whether JD wins or JD loses. The independents, yes, they're going to help. Some of the Democrats will vote, some of the Democrats won't. That 27% that Mitt Romney talked about, they're going to vote Democrat no matter what, or Republican no matter what. Matter of fact, I already ran into a couple people that said they're voting their party. I said, well, who's running? I don't know. But when they pick somebody, that's who I'm voting for. That's the mentality of that 27%. They don't have the intelligence to make a decision that's important to this nation. And most of them, I hate to say, were Democrats. Republicans, they tend to listen to me. Some are going to vote, some are going to wait and see. But the Democrats, I run into this stone wall. I'm going to vote Democrat no matter what piece of garbage they give us for a presidential candidate. That's it. The age of 27%. Not smart enough to realize how bad things really are. Not intelligent enough to research and do the footwork to find out who is the best candidate. Does not have a mind that's capable of thinking beyond being told what to do. So if you want to belong to that 27% Mitt Romney talked about, it's in the Republicans, it's in the Democrats, it's in the Libertarians, it's in all parties. Approximately 27% of those idiots running around, those morons running around in every party that's going to vote for the party. They don't even care. They're just party people. And that's it. They don't have a brain. They're not intelligent. They're not smart enough. They're incapable of thinking beyond what they're told to think. That's that 20% to 7%, approximately. Could be a little bit more, a little bit less. And that's the way they are. That's the way you're going to be. And we have to accept that because we accept everybody in this nation. Even them I'm working for when I become president. Because they are people and they are important too. So, look around. Look what's going on in Washington, D.C. The major problem is we have a president who cannot make a mistake. He's incapable of making a mistake. At least he believes so. And if there is something wrong, it's everybody else's fault but his. Washington, D.C. is broken. George Washington made many mistakes. If he was alive today, he would tell you. Lincoln made mistakes. Roosevelt made mistakes. Everybody except for Obama made mistakes. So what do we got now? We got a Congress that may go all Republican, which isn't going to be any better because you got a president who's going to block. There's not going to be enough to override his veto, and he isn't going to listen. He hasn't yet. You're going to have Republicans who aren't going to listen. They're going to say, whoa, we can push our ideas through, our plans through, our thing through, instead of listening to the people. So, are we going to have anything better? No. What we need is a leader that can lead the people. Someone who can say, we, the people, are tired of this, and it ends now. Someone who could say, I, as president, will be completely responsible for this office and the decisions made. Though me and the people will be making the decisions, I will accept full responsibility. That's the bottom line, people. That's what this is all about. I see a government, in my opinion, in Washington, D.C., that is totally broken, completely dysfunctional. And we, the people, will have to pick up the pieces if you vote me in November 2016 and on January 21st, 2017, we, you and I, you the people and I, will have a heck of a mess to fix up. But believe me, we can do it. You might think I'm crazy saying this with everything that he has done. And it's not going to happen overnight. That I will tell you. I must pick my vice president very carefully because she, and she'll probably be a she, that's what I want. I have to. I'm sorry, but There's a reason. And she will follow me doing with the same goals as we all have. We, the people, must fix our nation. Must get our federal government functioning for the people and become a strong and powerful nation that can stand up in the world, even if we must stand alone, for the liberties, freedoms, justice, and rights of our nation's people, and to help the other nations see what can be. But we cannot go around forcing our government onto other people. No way. Every nation has a right to exist. And it's up to the people within that nation to decide how they shall be governed. Right now, Syria and Iraq are in great danger of being destroyed, both by existing and by how the people wish to be governed. So people, plan for some real big differences come 2017, January 21st, 2017, and then on. We shall do the job that's needed, and we can do the job that's needed. But remember, all of you, each and every one of you need to vote. Not just the Democrats, not just the Republicans, not the Libertarians, not the Greenpeace, not the animal rights. All of you. Especially the independents and the people who don't vote. You, the people who don't vote, do not realize how in 2016, how important you really are. And how much weight rests on your individual vote. You might say, it doesn't matter, it don't count. On the contrary, this time it will count more than ever in our history. This is JD. Remember, I'm a presidential candidate for 2016. Check me out. You decide. If you agree with me, then help me. And boy, do I need your help. And together, once we win the election, you and I, all of us, can fix our nation, but only together. For the Constitution starts off with we the people, not we the government, or not I, the president, or not us in Congress. We the people. And it's up to us to see to it that our government functions as we, the people, want it to. And only that way. Not a political party's way, not a group or organization way, not just the rich, and definitely not organizations outside the United States of America. For example, NWO. No! Get out! You're not in our Constitution. You don't even honor our Constitution. You have no idea what our Constitution means. You will not be part of the United States. World Bank, you better stay out in the world. We have other things to worry about. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is JD. UN, you better read our Constitution, and don't you ever think you're going to override the Constitution of the United States. It will never happen on my watch. Period. Thank you, people. Remember, your vote is important, more than you ever know. And JD is a candidate for president in 2016. You decide what kind of leader you want. One that will represent you and listen to you, or a political party candidate. That's your choice. Have a nice day. This is JD.